We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro?
Run stuff.
Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the steel. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookie on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystems. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live for another Ordinal Hour. It is a Thursday, and it is a glorious Thursday if you're in runes, guys. We are at an all-time high in market cap, or if not, we were at an all-time high in market cap for all of runes. Absolutely amazing. Dog hit $700 million. This thing was below 200 million not too long ago. If you're in runes, you're having a great time, and you should be excited because this is something that we kind of knew was going to happen, right? If you're in this, it was only a matter of time. We started off with a lot of hype, kind of fell down a little bit, which is probably good. That cool off time was probably really good for us over here because now it's just explosion, and we're kind of waiting for the king. Once the king starts moving, runes is really going to come into a lot of market cap. I think runes is going to hit $100 million market cap, and I'm very excited for that. I'm sorry, $100 billion one day. We'll see. But we got a lot. We got with some influencers, tweeting about dog. We have a lot of stuff going on. Tap dropped their Tokenomics. I'm not the biggest fan about it, but we're gonna go over that. We're gonna kind of go over a lot of things. We get into your rune stuff. We get into Goldman Sachs, astonishing and Ethereum ETF predictions. We'll see MasterCard stuff, some MicroStrategy stuff. We got a lot to talk about, guys. So let's get right into it. I'm bringing my partner here as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
What's going on, man? So how are you? How was your week so far? It's Thursday.
Week's pretty good. But job not finished. Job finished? Bringing up that Mamba, right? Obviously, I'm excited about the game tonight too. I'm a huge Mavs fan from DFW. But outside of that, in our space, it's been pretty exciting this week. I must say, a little bit of surprise that the runes ecosystem took, and it's all being led by Dog. Now we know Dog is the driver at this point, right? So Dog is the driver for the entire runes ecosystem, and it took off without Bitcoin taking off, and the other runes are benefiting from this. So Dog, keep going, because I did my spray and pray, and it's looking good, looking better at least.
So I mean, what would you call the moon for Dog? Because Dog go to the moon. What would you say the moon is?
1.5 billion. That would be pretty strong if it hit this run up. Depending upon how strong Bitcoin runs too. It could go a little bit further, it could go a little less.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's going to be a higher market cap with it in another run up with runes, possibly. So yeah, 1.5 billion would be a strong target finish for this run up.
Yeah. I think hitting that penny would be the big push. I think once we get 1 penny, then I think we jump pennies, right? I think it just flies up some pennies, man. 3, 4, 5 pennies, which takes it way over 1 billion. I'm just excited for this ecosystem. I'm excited for everyone who's here because I feel like we are such a tight-knit group here in Ordinals and Runes and stuff. There's not many of us, right? There's probably like maybe 20,000 people, 30,000 people maybe, which is amazing because like we're all going to win together. I was thinking about this yesterday, how like I think last cycle Binance Smart Chain kind of came out of nowhere, and I kind of watched on the sidelines of that. Really, I saw it from like $60 got all the way up to $400, right? And it kind of took that entire ecosystem with it. And I think Dog can kind of be that for Runes here. I think Dog is going to fly up, and everyone's going to be talking about Dogs, but then the bigger gains are in the smaller cap tokens, just like how it was for Binance. And I think I was doing the comparison, and it really looks that way. Dog could really be that BSC coin for this cycle and just keep running.
Oh, I don't want to put it in that.
No, I don't mean it like that. I just mean by price wise, because BSC.
Yeah.
Remember, like I remember watching it, $60, $120, $180. Like this thing, I was like, this thing got to stop. Got all the way up to like $400 or $500. It just didn't stop the entire cycle. And I think Dog could potentially be that for this cycle.
Yeah, it could. In terms of the gain. But like you mentioned, there is people from the outside peeking in now. Ordinals, I feel like Ordinals in the Bitcoin ecosystem that Ordinals has created with like these fungible tokens, it's the hardest space to gauge from someone that isn't here every day, right? So because the hype that comes from the space, when things run, someone from that doesn't spend time here, maybe from Solana, maybe Phantom or whatever chain they're in, they'll say, "Oh man, those assets on Bitcoin are running. I want to come over." They come over, but they've missed it. They've missed it, or they don't know which ones to get into. So I think it's super hard to gauge, but I think you are right to where there's some other ones that people are going to look at, but the upside with Dog is still there, even though the market cap is high. For someone like you and me, if we were to get in this late, you'd have to use a pretty good amount of capital to make that a lot of sense. 5-7x, right? At least for this run up, hopefully. But from a newbie that wants to get in, they're probably going to shoot for some of these other ones that have more potential of X's.
Yep. But like that's the thing too, is like, so I was thinking yesterday, obviously my dog, it's growing really big now, right? Like it went from a puppy to a big dog, right? So it's one of those things where it's kind of like, should I pull that out and go into other coins with lower market cap, or should I just let it roll? And for me, I was like, I'm in a lot of other stuff as well, so safety might be the way to go with this, right? So I was thinking, let this dog ride. Let this dog ride. Let's not pull anything out yet. We're in this to win this. And like, if you would have did that with Ordi, you would have made out really well. Obviously, if you would have pulled some money out of Ordi, gotten a Sats and stuff like that, you would have made up more Sats and Rat stuff. But then that Ordi was always safe, and that always went up, and you can kind of get other money into these other ones. And I think I'm gonna play the BRC20 strategy here, and just kind of keep my Ordi or my dog, and let's let that ride, and kind of put new money into other things and let that ride as well.
Yeah. I mean, and you can kind of shave off as it goes up, right? Shave some profit off as it goes up, and then maybe like leave the moon bag strategy in there, right? To where, because if you did that, I'll say that you minted like, I don't know, 10,000 Ordi, you left 5,000 in there, and by the time it gets to $90, 5,000 in your moon bag, you're sitting really nice, right?
Yeah.
So something like that definitely could happen. But yeah, I think we're just we say it all the time, and other people in our space say it too. We're still so early, and a lot of people are like, well, people say that all the time. No, we are, like, we're still figuring out like the meta protocols that are going to be successful. We're still figuring out what side chains are going to work best with these Bitcoin layer 1 assets, and if we even get like op codes, right? So with that being said, like, think about the projects that were being developed and built in 2019 before the 2020 DeFi summer on Ethereum or 2021. And I think that's comparable to what could happen this run up the late fall or early spring, summer next year.
Yeah.
Like when things are just going absolutely nuts.
I agree. All right, let's kind of get the show started. And guys, we always start off with some Bitcoin Bitcoin news first, and then we kind of get into the roll call and make some real noise. But MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor states spot Ether ETF approval may be better for Bitcoin. What the hell is this guy talking about?
I mean, this is his only option to really like pivot to this, right? But I did listen to some clips from Peter McCormick's interview with him. And what he was saying was, we thought that Bitcoin was going to be the only asset to receive kind of special treatment in having their own ETF, which would really separate it from the rest of the crypto industry. But now we kind of have to look at all of everything in crypto together, but Bitcoin is the best asset. And I think everybody would agree with that for the most part, right? It's the best asset, the most secure, the safest, the best store of value asset, and it leads the way in this industry now of crypto where they're all together. And he stated that it's good for Bitcoin because of that, because it is, no matter where you are in the crypto space, Bitcoin, what it stands for, what it's about. And so he did say that, Bitcoiners that look at Bitcoin and completely separate from crypto have to pivot now their perception, right, in terms of the industry, right? But I don't see a ton of like maxis, not calling altcoin shit coins anymore. They're still going to use that. It might tone down over time, though. I do think that does happen.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What do you think? Do you think he's just kind of saving face here?
Yeah, this is just coming out 2 weeks ago at the conference when he really just said Ethereum will never have an ETF. Now he's just, I don't know. Michael Saylor, like he's just Michael Saylor. Like I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it, honestly. It's just Maxi's going to be Maxis until they're proven wrong, and then they're eventually going to come in and say, yeah, you know what, it's good for my Maxi bag. So
yeah, I've always thought that he was kind of a tough read because he has a lot of the Maxi traits. All the Maxis were like praising him so much and stuff, but he's open-minded to innovation on Bitcoin, and a lot of Maxis weren't. And so I think Michael Saylor is an opportunist into where like he will make lemonade out of lemons type of situation, right? And so now he's probably already like brainstorming of like how Bitcoin, that stuff that he's creating for Bitcoin, can work with maybe like other stuff, so
100%. All right, moving on here. MasterCard launches crypto credential, allowing users to send and receive crypto using a username instead of a wallet address. So I looked into this a little bit. This is very centralized. It's basically a Cash App for crypto. You just basically you log in, you put all your stuff in there. You're gonna KYC the crap out of it, and then you're gonna get a username, which is basically for Cash App. It's called your cash tag. So it's just basically Cash App for crypto. It's still pretty cool that they're doing this, but it's very centralized, and that is how they're able to do this without wallet addresses, because you have a wallet address. It's just meshed in with your cash tag or your username, whatever you want to call it. But
yeah. We actually saw this from, well, I did. I don't know if you saw it, but the Tap Explorer and Wallet. So it's a new wallet for the Tap ecosystem, and they are doing this to where you can use like a .sats or a username for sending and receiving, and that's from a wallet perspective. So I kind of expect this to happen as crypto becomes more and more adopted. You know what I mean? Because people don't want to like just be known as like this long address. They want their tag kind of to be there. So I can see this being more and more utilized in the future, and I think it's probably a good thing for adoption, mass adoption.
Yeah, and you can already do this. Like if you give me your cash tag, I can send you Bitcoin through Cash App. You know, so it's like it's something that's already being used. I'm not sure if they use it for Venmo. I don't use Venmo, but I know if I want to send you Bitcoin on Cash App, and you can get it in seconds, you know, because it's centralized. They take it from my account and they add it to yours. So you can already do that with Cash App. So this is just kind of MasterCard kind of catching up with the Jack Dorsey and those guys over there. So
yeah, I don't know. It's just probably the next step here, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, please smash that like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and on Twitter, please share the space and hit that like as well.
Yeah, man, 135 people in here. We thank every single one of you guys. Appreciate you guys. And remember, put your questions in the comments. Every day we do an hour, the Ordinal Hour, and then the second half of the show is the After Hour. The more questions we have, the longer we stay. You guys want us to stay? Put more questions. So. But yeah, man, keep it going. Goldman Sachs issues astonishing Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF predictions after price turning point. So Goldman Sachs, right? This is big, right? This is one of the largest banks, right, in the world, and now they're giving Bitcoin and Ethereum price predictions. Pretty nuts. What do you think about this?
Yeah, they actually stated that the Bitcoin ETF has been a huge success and it's a turning point. Right. And now that Ethereum, which is known as the number 2, best asset, at least, over the past, 10 years or whatever. Right. It's been known as like the second best, has an ETF. So to them, this is huge in terms of I guess, kind of solidifying, crypto as like an asset industry.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Huge. All right. It's that time of the show. We kind of show you guys what's going on with the king. When the king talks, check the price and pay attention. So we'll be checking that price right now.
Yes. All right. Bitcoin is at $68,242. I'm looking at the hour chart here. It did seem like it wanted to, pick back up a little bit. It did get back up to, let's see here, about 68.4. But we were hanging out in like 67.5. So it seems like it wants to kind of get going today. We are seeing the first red candle on the hour chart of the day or of the morning here. So we'll see if this lasts. You can see on the stochastic RSI that we were trying to head back down to oversold, but it bounced right back in the midsection here and then jumped above 80, which puts you in that overbought section again. So we don't know if we're going to hang out here for longer. If we do, we'll probably see some more green candles. But the longer we hang out here, could be a harder pullback down. But we shall see. Hopefully this energy builds up and it flows into Runes, because Runes has been really doing its own thing, with Bitcoin not really doing too much the past couple of days. Dog really leading the way, but every other Rune's kind of jumping up. So that's really good for the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Yeah, I agree. I'm super bullish. I think, going into Saturday, we get our monthly close. We get our new dot on Plan B's stock to flow chart, and I'm hoping for that dot to be at an all-time high. And I'm actually very optimistic that it will be. What do you think about that potentially getting a higher high for that stock to flow?
It doesn't really matter to me, because I know where it's going to end up heading with the red dots, right? Like, it might be same, a little bit lower, but eventually the more dots, the higher it will be. And there'll be a point to where that one of those dots will jump pretty significantly, right? So I'm not really too worried about that. If we get all-time high, in June, if we get the all-time high at the end of July, we know we're getting an all-time high in the next couple months probably. But yeah, so it's always good to have a strong model like Plan B's model, which if you go look at it, you can see the historical data is just it rhymes so well with the next cycle from the previous cycle, right? So but yeah, I don't know, are you gonna pull that up? Is that what you're about to do?
I can pull it up if you want.
Yeah, we can pull it up. But before we do that, I just want to show the daily right here. You can see yesterday we finished the third red candle there. So, we could have a green day, which would be great, in my opinion, because it can kind of start the trend. But we shall see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. It's been a month now. And Plan B tweets a lot, so I do have it here. So is it right here? This is we'll be getting our first red dot Saturday. As you can see, the first red dot here, the first red dot here, and the first red dot here. And if history repeats itself, we should be getting, I want to say about 12 red dots. And that 12 red dots could be this entire angle here, taking us to that 700K mark. Hey, I'm just going by data. You can call me crazy, whatever. The histories, I'm just saying history will repeat. And I couldn't imagine getting a couple red dots and this being the cycle. Could you?
No,
like it just being like that.
Something
200K.
it would be a large anomaly, in my opinion.
Yeah,
to just kind of stick out like that, right? So yeah, I mean, number go up is what should happen unless something drastically wrong happens, right? And so
exactly, you are insane if you think that this where my mouse is right here is going to be the high for this cycle. That's just, to me, that's blasphemy. But
you can see the first red dot on all of them, though, they kind of do like mesh into that last blue dot, right? So the first red dot's kind of like maybe turn the engines on, the first red dot, and then after that you can start to see them kind of trickle up. So June might be kind of swing back and forth between 5,000 10 7,000. And then July could be that month that we see the really big run up, or maybe there's something different that happens this year or this cycle, because we do have the ETFs, and so we shall see what happens here in a couple days, because there's some people waiting for June 1st to be a big marker.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. If we hit an all-time high on June 1st, the sell in May go away thing is done. I mean, nobody sold in May if we're at an all-time high, right? I mean, some people did, but like it got bought up, and if that buying pressure is coming from the ETFs, and that's monsters. So
yeah, well, the sell in May going away didn't really happen with the stock market either, right? Because we hit all-time highs. So
yeah, you're right. We actually hit an all-time high in the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Dow. So pretty crazy. All right, guys, this is your time to shine. I'm sorry. Let's see who is here. Of course, my voice messes up right before roll call, but let's get into it. We have a new number one, Mental Wealth. I absolutely love this name because that is 100% how we have to think. We have to think wealthy. We have to think, above everyone else. You can either be normal or you can be obsessed, and I choose to be obsessed, and that's what mental wealth to me. That's what that means. So shout out you, man. You are number one today, and thank you for letting me rant about your name. PJNZ, Early Birds, Runs, Home Run, Mr. Sheedy, Green Man, Yazir, always here in the building. D-Love, Todor, Ordinal Tweets, Joko, I Walk Alone, and then my man, No, he's in the building. Super Fan, my man.
Let's go.
Rick G is in the building. Shout out Rick G. We gotta get you back on the show, my man. Appreciate you, guy. And then Cache Cats, as we like to call him, the coach.
Yeah, he corrected us. He was like, it's Cash Cats, but you're Coach Cats to me, sir. So unless that offends you, if it offends you, let me know.
Cash. Cash is good. I love Cash.
Yeah.
But that's fiat, dirty fiat. But Chief Axel, John's here. We can start the show now. Shout out John. Then we have Ethereum blockchain, Mighty Sonu, Nocturnal from the OSD. Shout out Nocturnal.
Let's go.
Ant-Man, Tim Madden. Welcome to the show, Tim Madden, man. I don't think I've seen you here before. Thank you for calling in. And,
welcome.
Yeah, and if you guys just watch a show and do not come in here, put something in the chat, man. Let's see your name for the first time. Let's not be hiding in the background. We got Chain Watcher in the building. Dan H. Sogol is here. Sixes. And then we have Crypto Cats, TKO, Kal-El, Superman is in the building. Joseph. And then we have Joe Q, Cindy Sanford. And up, it's Francisco Jose is in the building with the last second comment there. So
go read Six's comment again, but don't pull it up. Pretty funny. Anyways,
we'll be in the heat soon. Oh man, did I pull that up originally? Because I don't read them as I'm going through roll call, so you can get anything you want put in there on the roll call.
Yep.
But that is it.
Thanks for joining us, guys, on a Thursday. We appreciate you guys showing up each and every day, just like we do, and learning every day. That's so important. Just being in the space every day, and that is the thing I love about our community. Because like when you do roll call, dude, you hit those same names, and like I know how much I've learned from being like having to be in the space every day, right?
Yep.
So I know how much they're learning as well. So that's awesome that you guys are doing that.
Our community is going to kill it. I got a feeling everybody in our comments is going to be millionaires one day. Guaranteed. It's almost guaranteed. If you're here now in Runes, I mean, in 2024, you're going to be very, very well off in 2025, 26. I just feel it. I just feel it.
Well, just all of it too in the education part of like Bitcoin's ecosystem. So
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, man. I didn't even know how to use the mempool when in this time last year. You know, now I can master that thing. I can snipe it and all using the tools that we have. But yeah, I can do it now. Though. All right, we'll jump into some stuff here. Obviously, I said it in the intro, but dog blew through 700 million. How do you feel about the dog at 700 million?
Crazy. I mean, the momentum was and still is like very, very strong. I really I wouldn't be surprised if it like shoots to $1 billion market cap here in the next week or so. I do think yesterday was a really strong pull up, so maybe some exhaustion today a little bit. We're sitting at $714 million market cap. The thing about dog right now is the marketing for it, like organic marketing, by the way, it's not like really being pushed because they don't have a marketing budget. I mean, it's being pushed by certain people, but not paid marketing is what I'm saying. It's insane, right? Like when you have like Surf they increased 11,000 users yesterday after introducing Dog Go to the Moon to be able to have leverage, to use leverage with Dog Go to the Moon on their platform. And for y'all that don't know, Surf is a leverage platform on Merlin, and this is huge for Surf and Merlin. And Surf made all the right decisions on which tokens to add this time up. They added, I think, like 7 or something.
Yeah.
They added that Dog Go to the Moon. They added Pepe, which is a staple in terms of Ethereum and stuff. And so you can trade that because it's volatile back and forth. Added a token that you said was from the Ton network. So really bullish on what they're doing, and then bullish on Dog and just the exposure that people are getting with it.
They added like the top token on Solana, which is WIF. They added like a lot of really good tokens. Surf is really killing it, and I think they're going to drive a lot of people. Just like GMX brought a lot of people to Arbitrum, I think Surf's going to bring a lot of people to Merlin. So shout out those guys over there.
100%.
Okay, what's that?
I said 100%.
New all-time high for the Runes market cap. We hit over what was it? I think it was like way over $1 billion now. Dog alone is more than half. How do you feel about Dog being like half of the market cap though, and everything else?
It was the exact same thing with Ordi and BRC20s. If you remember the first run up when like it got past $1 billion for the entire BRC20 space, but Ordi was like past 500 million at that point. Right. So Ordi was more than half of the market cap of BRC20 is the first run up. And I expect something similar with Dog Go to the Moon.
So let's just say we get to $10 billion market cap, the entire ecosystem. Do you see Dog F being at 5 billion in that situation?
Man, it's tough. That's tough. And also it's tough in the way that we trade over here to get to 5 billion. But if there was one that could do it, I do think Dog would be the one. Another thing too is when centralized exchanges start listing this thing, they have to purchase this. So they're going to push the price up too. Right. And so that could be a part of what's made it ran up the past couple of days, is because they're prepping to do that. Now that's also another marketing push exposure, which can push up even more. And so I think side chains like Merlin and other side chains that decide to bring Dog Go up to the Moon on their chain to trade are going to benefit immensely, because people want to trade this, and not everybody knows how to do it on Bitcoin.
They need to learn. Today. But all right. Let's take a look at the market caps of all of them, really. So in the number one spot, it's Feihu. Feihu is just not moving. It's between $20 and $22. Obviously, we're all kind of waiting for something with these guys. When do you think they're gonna like announce anything?
I don't know. I mean, it has to be like everything that they're doing has to be strategic right now. because they put up a decent amount of money to get that number one rune, you know? And so for them to do that, they have to be strategizing on how they're making their money back for one and making a profit. You don't do it just to make your money back. You do it for a profit as well. So, you know, one thing that I did notice is, other than us, because we go through the rune market caps every day, is other people on my timeline stop like asking so much about it and stuff like that. So they're kind of in the background, except for they're always number one because they have this like, you know, fake market cap. Obviously it's, you know, it's the fully diluted, but that's not really what their market cap is on face
market
value,
cap's around 37 million.
Yeah. So that's benefiting them actually.
Yeah.
Because they're being talked about whenever, if they weren't there, they would hardly be talked about.
No,
they would be third. They would be like probably number 8 or something, right?
I mean, we don't talk about Epic though. You know what I mean? We don't talk about like Runes
Hardly.
X, like we talk about Lobo and Cats because they're memes, but this, I mean, they're apparently building something. So I don't know.
Yeah. So I just think that if they don't release something really solid, then it's going to be such a wasted opportunity because I don't know if it was intentional or this happened organically, but they've fallen into a great opportunity marketing wise to be at the top of Magic Eden every time.
Yep. Every day. Yep. 100%. And I don't know. We'll see how smart these guys really are and see what their project is. I hope we hear something soon. Something. Jumping further here, obviously we talk about Dog a lot. You know, up 3% in the last hour. Let's stop being degens here and go to the day. But 16% on the day. RSIC up 21% since yesterday. 15 sats. RSIC got all the way up to about 17 sats. Really taking the momentum of Dog away. But this is actually up more than Dog is. But Dog is the kind of the talk of the town here. What do you think about RSIC and everything that they're potentially building? A rumor has it that they bought up runecoin.com, runecoin.org, runecoin.io. So they're going to be connecting wallets. That just shows me right there that they're going to be doing something with wallets that they didn't want you to get confused on. So that is why, because someone could easily buy, you know, if it's .com, they can buy .io and then trick you, and then you go there and you connect your wallet and you lose all your stuff. So by them buying all the URLs that you know go with the Rune coin, that just shows me that they'll be doing something with wallet connection.
Yeah, that's interesting. They'll probably just redirect all of the, you know, alternate domain names.
The one
that's not the main one. Yeah. Where'd you hear that from? Curious. Was it in a space or a post?
It was someone tweeted it. I think it was Press. Do you follow him?
I'm not sure.
I can find it.
Look into it. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to pull it up if you can, if you want. My whole point is that was that kind of like the thought process behind that post was like, oh, they bought all these up because they're gonna.
Yeah, he was giving reasons why he's bullish on runes and or on Rune coin. And that was one of the reasons. Yeah,
gotcha.
So
I mean, they're also being pretty, you know, quiet about what they're building too, right? Yeah. We don't know, but if that's the case, then that's definitely something to be bullish about. You know, if they're connecting a wallet to it, that means that there's some sort of, you know, DApp that they're creating or platform that's gonna have utility. And so I'm excited to hear what these runes projects are building, but it's getting to a point where it's kind of annoying because like, come on, just let us know, just tell us. But
yep. Having trouble finding it right now. Might not have been Press, might have been something else. But there's somebody big into the runes, and they were always tweeting about it. So I'll find it though for tomorrow.
Gotcha.
All right. So we got Pups World Peace down 4%. So Pups really isn't moving like everything else. Why do you think that Pups really isn't really doing its thing right now? Or do you think that comes later?
Man, that's interesting. You know, I can't really put, you know, a reason why they wouldn't pump too. Other than, you know, the BRC20 I think still has a pretty large market cap, you know, and you're splitting between that market cap and the market cap on BRC20 right now is 125.6 million, right?
Yeah.
So if you're, let's say that you're kind of like in the pups community and you're like, well, what if the BRC20 modular system takes off, because we did see Ordi, by the way, like take off today.
Yeah.
And then like you're not 100% sold on runes, and then you're kind of holding. I think like for the bridging over, you really got to get them bought in. You know what I mean? You got to get them bought in, because now you're splitting. Pups should have a $265 million market cap. You know, because if you combine both of those, but they're splitting between two, and Pups on OKX is showing in the last 24 hours 7.44% increase. Right. So I don't know what's happening here, but something is off in terms of balance, it seems like.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a strong community, so I don't doubt them, but something's off.
Yeah. I'm going to skip Decentralized for now because we have an article to read about them, but they're up 20.9%, killing it. They were at 2.6 yesterday, sitting at 29% today.
Are you happy?
Bank. Yes, I'm very happy, and I'm actually more happy with the tweet that we're going to read right after this. It's actually amazing. Bank of Nakamoto dollar up 57%, $49 million market cap. This is sitting at $30 million market cap. I bought into this and it went down, and then now it's finally bouncing up to where I bought in at. What do you think about Bank, and can it continue this run here?
Wasn't it at one point like $60 or $70 million market cap?
It hit an 80, and then it fell back down to about 30, and now it's kind of getting swings again.
To me, that's weird, right? Like what pushed it up so high when everything else was chill, and then now it's like, you know, this is the kind of weird stuff that, like that, like keeps me say, okay, I'm glad I made the decision to stay out of it, you know. So that's just weird to me. I mean, obviously market caps fluctuate and stuff like that, but when you start to see a trend between like past history and stuff,
big enough,
weird.
I just think that like it ran up on bullishness, and then it kind of cooled off, people taking profit, and then it kind of settled back in a little bit to where, you know, people are buying it back again. And I just think it's that. I think it just went up too high too quick. People took profit because they didn't want to miss out on the gains. Went back down to 30 million and kind of building back up now with the newer users. But I'm bullish on this one now that I'm in this. Mark Jeffrey got me. Well, after watching that, I was just like, you know what if they are? Do I really want to miss out on it? So I put in like $1,000. It's up to, you know, I'm up like $200, and I'm not crazy, but
that's a good point.
Satoshi Nakamoto. Yeah, I'm just thinking, if it does 100x, if this gets to 500 million, do I really want to be sitting there like, damn, I saw that at 49 million? But that was my reason for throwing 1,000 in. Satoshi Nakamoto really had a good day yesterday, over $2 for the first time in a while. What do you think about Satoshi Nakamoto right here?
It's been showing strength consistently. So, you know, I expect it, like if everything else continually goes up, I expect it to continually go up. We could see the $3, $5 get back to its all-time high, I think, which was maybe like $7 or $8, right? Or
yeah. Yep.
Something like that. So, I mean, I'm holding mine.
I'm big on that one. But this one we're both huge on. Mr. Yen, Japanese businessman. Mr. Yen takes the train, works a 9 to 5, and then he's home again. Sitting at $5 million market cap. This one was huge, man. This one from 15 cents yesterday, 25 cents. Why are people finally hearing about Mr. Yen? And he works so hard, and all this guy does is love his son. This is a Father's Day play for me. I'm going to be selling mine on Father's Day because it's a business decision, and Mr. Yen would understand that.
Yeah. Real quick, no, saying that because, like, no, you know, everything you said is true, but like I did a little poll this morning because like Cats in the Sats is on fire, you know. So I was like, which rooms is the most undervalued? And I put Cats in the Hats, Mr. Yin, Waddle Waddle, and the ticker is Elsa. And surprisingly, Mr. Yin has taken a lead here. Cats in the Sats was in the lead for a while. So I think that, you know, that Mr. Yin is just one of those it factor memes, man. Like, you know, the holder count is going back up. I think it's about to hit 1,600, which is still small, but the market cap is what, 5 million?
Yeah, 5 million.
Right there?
5,200,052. Yep.
The person behind the memes, man, like that's the guy that's helping this become successful. So my message to you, sir, is, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Create these creative, funny memes. I always send the latest meme to my brother, and I say, this is the newest one. And like, whenever I showed him the first one, like 3 days or 4 days ago, he was just like, what is this? This makes me worried about like crypto. And I was like, no, this is amazing. This is beautiful. Mr. Yin knows exactly what he's doing here. But yeah, so when I'm sharing like a meme token with my brother, I think there's something there. Like, because I don't usually do that with him.
Yeah, and this is something new. It's different. It's not dogs. It's not cats. It's funny. It's human. It's business. It's just everything. It's perfect.
It's business.
I love it. I love that it's business.
I mean, look, guys, I do hold Mr. Yin, so clarity there on that. But also don't hold some of these that I put in there like cats in the stats, because I know that's popular, and I wanted that to be in the voting. Water Water Pingu was popular a couple weeks ago. So yeah,
100%.
Let me just clarify that.
And guys, this is a plea to the community. Let's get this on CoinGecko. I'd like to have all my stuff on CoinGecko because it's cool to kind of just like do the refresh and kind of see what my portfolio is. So let's get Mr. Yen on CoinGecko. There is none right now, and that's like the only one that's really not that I own that's not on CoinGecko, and it's annoying. So let's get that on CoinGecko, guys. All right. We'll hit this more tomorrow, and we want to spend more time with this, but we have a lot of stuff to kind of go over today, so we'll kind of get into that stuff. With the first thing, really, I'm gonna get into this article right here by Decentralized. So this is a big one, so you gotta bear with me a little bit here. I'm gonna read this. So it says the team just held a Discord stages and discussed Decentralized. Here is the recap. Decentralized is a separate venture for CyberKongs, with members from CyberKong's team working on it. Elements from the CyberKongs ecosystem will not impact Decentralized, and I think this is huge because as a CyberKong person, I'd be pissed, but as a Decentralized holder, I'm actually happy. This kind of gives that separation. What do you think about that? They're basically coming out for the first time and saying CyberKongs and Decentralized, two different entities with the same team working on both.
Why do you think they needed to make that message out there?
Because I think people were saying that like they were going to put like a CyberKong ordinal, and it's going to be like, you're going to need to burn some of this and some of that to get this ordinal. Now they're saying, hey, we're not, CyberKongs is different. Like, we're not even doing anything with CyberKongs over here.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there were people that were excited about, an Ordinals collection. Yeah, for CyberKongs, but maybe that's like their bandwidth isn't, they're focused on like Decentralized, like the project and building that out. And whenever you do an art project, you got a lot of things that you have to check off, right? So if you want a quality project with a quality launch and you have a brand you need to protect.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they're just like, they don't want to disappoint the community over here, and then they not release a collection.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of, if they're not gonna have an ordinal collection, then just more information on what Decentralized is going to be. Did they talk about anything else?
Yes. So this is a lot more. So I just want to get your opinion on that first. So a group of advisors have been onboarded to the Decentralized team. They are some of the most what is it? I can't read that. They're some of the well-versed and well-connected individuals in the Bitcoin space and will help with navigation of Decentralized. Decentralized team has begun to scale. More information will come soon. Short term, the foundation is currently being built for Decentralized with making it as accessible as possible, and 2, building and forging the Decentralized community to be as powerful as possible for the next steps. Something major is coming in June. This is referred to as give the people what they want. It is being worked on thoroughly in the background. We want to be the first to do something with Rune. More information to follow. Expect more content and increased sharing of the Decentralized story soon. Long term, Decentralized is not an NFT utility token. Decentralized is an accomplishment of Bitcoin culture and provenance. It is a rune that exists with the intention for individuals to feel like they own a piece of history and symbolization of the rune protocol development. The user experience on Bitcoin is extremely different to other chains and much more difficult to navigate. While this can be seen as an issue currently, this is actually a massive opportunity for both users and builders. There's a lack of decentralized application protocols, launchpads, and more, with highlights room for innovation. So, what do you take from all that? I am extremely bullish on the part where they say it is
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, give the people what they want. What is going on? What are they building?
Well, I mean, I think what the people were talking about was to burn the Promethean ordinals,
Yeah.
and somehow I forgot what was the ask on that. It was to burn that for a certain amount of
Burn
tokens. Or
decentralized. Yeah, it was a burn the million to decentralized, and for one from Promethean equals something. It was Thunderbolt plus Circle equals question mark, question mark, question mark. And we, or me, I assumed it was burn and get something.
Yeah. So I think they're going to do something with those pre-runes because no one else really has done anything with them, right? Except for you can either sell them or, I think, with the rune stones, you're going to get that next airdrop. But I think it'd be really cool for them to do something to where the users benefit to burn these ordinals, these pre-runes for the Prometheans. And but we'll see. That's what I think is going to happen. For the long term, I think that they're looking at this as an opportunity to build some dApps, right? Possibly because they feel like they're early and early enough to where technology will catch up and then they'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? So I think that part's smart as well. So seems pretty smart take on it. But I'd like to see some stuff, and that's kind of like with everything. Is I just want to see product be rolled out.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for something, but I'm just glad that they came out and finally said, "Hey, we're not just." My favorite part in that is we're not an NFT utility token. That to me was really put the bullish back in this for me. And then you saw it rip after this was posted. So I think that's one of the reasons why it did. And obviously Dog flying up as well. That was the reason why it ripped as well. So a lot of money coming from Dog into the rest of these tokens for bigger gains is normal. But this kind of set that up there. So I'm very excited for this. But that got me excited for sure.
Yeah. The thing about the utility token, I feel like whenever ApeCoin was released, ApeCoin took off, right? It ripped up, I believe. So maybe they just don't want to follow that same, rollout, right? And they just saw like how without, the bull market being, a lot of activity, an NFT utility token will just die off. That's kind of what happened with ApeCoin, and so I think they were just trying to clarify that. So good on them for just getting ahead of it and saying, hey, we're not doing this. We're going to do something different.
100%. All right, let's keep it rolling. Jump into different ecosystem. We're gonna head into Tap. So Tap has launched their Tokenomics, and I can actually show you a thing of it. So this was tough when I read this because I just wasn't happy with the amount that was going to the airdrop. Obviously, it's 6%. I'm gonna read off what each
real
quick
though.
each sector.
I want to make an announcement for the projects when you guys release your Tokenomics. You better make sure it's good because Shizzy is the Tokenomics master researcher, and he will. Did you actually put the arrow there and stuff, or was that already done for the airdrop?
Something like that.
Okay. I was about to say, yeah. Okay. Now continue.
All right. So the seed round, 9.24. So a seed round is normally the first round of money that comes into the team. That's to help them really get the startup. So that's 9.24. Got to go to seed round investors. That's usually some really upper epsilon. Epsilon, right? Individuals. So, and then the foundation is getting 22.5%. That's okay with me. The foundation is what's really going to keep us alive. That works. The advisors are getting 4% there. So not sure. I think that's a lot for an advisors. But that's not my place to say. The private round, which is the round after the seed, is going. So 12.52 is coming out of that one, and then the public round is 7.5% coming out the public round, right? So I'm going to keep this going because the team kind of goes in that as well. So not only is the team probably getting some of the private and public and see they're actually getting 13.24%. Don't get me wrong, I think Benny is the hardest working person in this, but I think that team percentage is way too high. I mean, we're talking, even at $75 million, that is an insane amount to the team. Obviously they work hard and they do things, and it's going to allow them to get. I don't know. I think the team and the airdrop should be reversed. I think the airdrop should be 13% and the team should be 6. But that's just my opinion. And I'm gonna keep this going, and I'll get your opinion on this. Ordify and staking, I think this should be a little higher. Again, I think maybe some should come out of the foundation or advisory team and kind of get more into the Ordify and staking. 15% to me is a little low. The exchange liquidity, that's completely normal. I think that is good right there. The airdrop at 6% is just awful. I feel like track holders are really getting hit in the stomach. I did have some questions about this, and I asked someone who is close to the team, and they basically said like, the airdrop is the airdrop, but then the track holders will also get a lot of this Ordify and staking stuff as well. So that kind of made me feel better. I just felt like, they pumped up this airdrop pretty big with, hey guys, if you're holding this day and this day, you're going to get this. I just felt like it was going to be a lot higher. I mean, Merlin did 20%, right? So to me, getting 6% is rough, but then people did say, look what happened to Merlin, but that was something different. That was, the FUD with the bridge and stuff like that. That wasn't just pure people dumping. People dumped because there was FUD. And I don't know. This just feels, I don't know.
Shorted?
I don't know the right word for it. Yeah, very shorted. Very shorted. Yeah. So what do you think?
Well, so the team allocation is very precise, by the way. Like the 13.24% is not like a whole number. But you have to remember too that the team is bigger, right? So it's not just Benny. I don't know how many is on his team now, but I know that they hired quite a bit of new people. I don't know if their team is 7 to 10 or if it's 15 to 20. But okay, so that's one thing, is that we know that they have a bigger team. Foundation, I'm fine with. And some of this lingo too sounds very layer 2 type of lingo, right? Because like foundation, or like at least a blockchain lingo, right? But I'm okay with that, because like foundation needs funding to be able to continue development, right? And then the airdrop at 6%, yes, that is pretty low, I would say, compared to these other ones. But also, like, Merlin was on the other side, like, of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So like some people said that was too much, so like a middle ground would have been probably like 10-12%, right? Regardless, they also had to put money up to, I'm assuming that they had to put money up for CoinList as well. Not anybody can get on CoinList. That's a pretty, exclusive platform.
But that probably came from the 3 rounds that they had: seed, private, and then now public. So that's a lot of money that coming in. I mean, we're talking 20% of 75 million.
Yeah, but how much of that investment also went towards development? This is not some easy task. It's not like, just tap is what it was when we first started doing it. That's why I want to see something, because it has to be like significantly like better if they're spending that kind of money on development. We don't know the breakdown of that, right? So I don't think we can really talk on that. But what we can talk on is the distribution. And I think for the distribution, the airdrop is a little bit small, but I'm okay with it. I think that they are hoping to kind of launch this token on CoinList as things get like pretty bullish. And right now, I think it's happening. I think the CoinList launch happened. I think it said May 28th, 9th. And it's a couple days. And so they're hoping that this next month or two is going to be really aggressive, and bullish and stuff. So if Bitcoin gets to like 80K, Tap token could get to a significantly high, market cap, right? Anywhere between like 100 to 500 million if it runs hard and all that stuff. At that point, I think like the allocation, if it can maintain between, let's just say it gets to like 200 million. If it can maintain a $200 million market cap, 6% is okay, I think.
Yeah, but you got to remember, what is track? 50 million? BRC20, it's been around forever. It's not on any exchanges. I mean, it's on Gate.io, but it's not on any of the major exchanges. So at 50 million, why do they think this is coming out at 75 million? I mean, the only place you can buy tap tokens is Ordinal's wallet, right? So if this doesn't get on an exchange, are you really going to be listing $75 million like worth of tokens? I mean, obviously not all at once, but like the it's not fully diluted, but like Ordinal's wallet is the only place we're going to be able to trade these things.
I think that tap gets on an exchange. They planned for CoinList, and that'd be dumb if they didn't plan for like at least a reputable exchange not long after that, right? Even if it's like, OKX or one of not maybe like KuCoin or Kraken or something, right? Because like no one expected CoinList. I don't think anybody expected that.
No, I didn't
Right?
expect CoinList. No.
Right. So the fact that they got that lets me think that okay, they can plan this good. They have connections. So I expect an exchange to be launched. Now, what does that mean for TAP tokens? I think track tokens. I think that track is really going to be relying on the staking, and I know that hasn't gone like extremely well right now for the pool that opened up, but also we're going to rely on the modular system, like the layer 1 foundation and stuff like that to kind of go. And then we'll see like what the validator thing looks like once that's released, because there's a lot of large, track holders in terms of, 6-figure track tokens that are supposed to be putting that into validator. So there's two approaches to kind of pump the track token. And I think the TAP token will get pumped, in my opinion.
Well, I worry that they're not gonna be able to hold that 75 million. Just until, I mean, if they get on exchange, maybe, but I'm just a little worried for that. I don't. That's a lot to hold, especially when your first token, which is tracks being diluted with the TAP, right? I mean, obviously you can say it's two different things, but it's the same company and it's the same teams working on the same thing. You can say it's two different projects, but it's not. It's the same. To me, tracks is being diluted, and the track holders are not even getting a good portion of that airdrop. I really hope that the team allocations drop, the advisor allocations drop, and the airdrop is higher, because I just think it's fair, because you're diluting track holders.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people can be upset or happy with the allocation of the token distribution, but at the end of the day, I don't see anything from here changing. Honestly, I mean, just from my opinion, because this has, like, just looking at the step-by-step of all this has been thoroughly like planned out, right? Meticulously planned out, in my opinion, right? And so token distribution, or like snapshot token distribution come out, coin list listing, and coin list listing also, could have happened earlier, but it was pushed back because of the market conditions, right? And so to me, this is not going to change, and I think that like you're either going to move forward with track and TAP's ecosystem, because Ghosty, you could say the same thing about the 2 token system,
Yeah, but I think Ghosty's gonna be smarter. I think Ghosty's gonna come out and the airdrop's gonna be a lot higher. I think that Ghosty just seems to be more for the people at this point.
But which token's gonna be sought after more initially?
I'm hoping you have to stake your Ghosty to like potentially, kind of keep their validators going. I'm hoping the Ghosty token is a sought after one. I do think they have to get rid of the privacy thing and stop using Monero and just be that centralized bridge that is okay. But I think that needs to stop. And once that stops, you can probably get Ghosty listed on some major exchanges in the future, but not until the Monero stuff's done.
Yeah, but wanting something to be sought after versus which one will, I'm almost guaranteeing that like TAP token will be highly more sought after than the Spooky token, because it would be weird.
Oh, the TAP token, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Ghosty and Spooky.
No. I meant
yeah, it's obviously the TAP token. That's the token that's, but again, you're not paying fees in that, right? You're still paying fees in Bitcoin. It's just it's governance. It's governing the. Is it governance because it has the team? I don't know. We need more information. But anyway, keep it going here. Let me just give a quick refresh. So they're doing the thing on Squirrel Loot, where you're going to be putting your track up. You're kind of giving them your track, and then you'll be getting rewards. So $75,000 in Punk token, which is their launch pad. 350,000. I'm sorry, unlock at 350,000 track in here. It unlocks 150,000 worth of Foxy. 600,000 track, it unlocks $150,000 Spooky tokens, and at 888,000 track, it opens up the TAP airdrop. I mean the TAP reward for this. This is not going well. You can see now. And I was going to put my track in here until I realized that the airdrop was so low. Then I'm like, there's no point. I'm already losing out. I'm getting diluted with the TAP token. I'm not putting more. I'm not giving my track up. So I'm just going to hold my track. I'm not selling it, but I'm going to hold it. And I was hoping to stake it in here, but these rewards aren't even worth me doing.
But I think that's probably why they included the other ecosystem tokens, right? Does it not does it not make up for the small distribution for, staking for tap?
No, because think about it. At a million track, right? There's potentially they want in here. You're only getting $775,000 worth of L Punk, right? So what's that? They're already being valued
Yeah,
pretty high. Then you're only getting $150,000 of Foxy, and you're splitting that between a million track. That's nothing. This is
yeah,
to me, and then again here, 150,000 Spooky. Again, you're splitting that between 888,000 track. Like to me,
yeah.
that's
But we also don't know what the valuations of those tokens are, right? They
I
could
mean
be
that's true. Yeah.
low market caps,
But
right? So like,
but that's the thing. It's not telling you the amount of Spooky. It's telling you the dollar value of that Spooky.
yeah, I know, but they're doing that because they don't know what the valuation is going to be at the time. Maybe they do know, but we don't
Yeah.
know, right? Like, so like 75,000 could be a ton of Spooky tokens or a ton of L Punk tokens. I mean, so I think they should probably put like what the valuation is for each of those tokens,
Yeah.
right, underneath there. I think that's a fair way to do it. That might actually help more track stake, the number of track stakers go up. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. The start of this definitely seems slow.
Really
We'll
slow.
see.
Really
Yeah,
slow.
we'll see. We'll see if
Yeah.
they pivot, if they adjust. Because like I think at the end of the day, like good project leaders and project
Yeah.
management, people will pivot according to what the market dictates, right? So if this stays at under 10,000 for next couple of days, then they got to do something different, right? So
Yeah. I'd be shocked if it hits his first one. I really would at this point. 72 hours. I'd be shocked if it hits 150,000. I think they're losing the community a little bit. I think I hate to say this, but I do. I think they're losing the community with this airdrop. And I think it's just got kind of like ruffling some feathers with the community. And I doubt you're going to get 150,000 track.
yeah, well, let's see what they come out and say. Let's see how it performs, and then I think that we can make more of an educated assumption on how the community is responding
Yeah.
to it, right?
I mean,
And so
that's a test. If this gets to that $1 million track, then I'm wrong. And I'm
yeah,
hoping I'm wrong. I hope this does really well. I hope Tap does really well. I want to buy Tap off the market. Like I'd be happy to. I'm bullish on Benny. But at the end of the day, it's just to me, it's just this is not a good start.
yeah, we'll see, guys. Continue to put your questions in the chat. We just made it to the Ordinal After Hour, so if you've hung with us for this entire hour, we thank you, and we're going to get into some questions. We have 270 people in here, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all. All right, let's start off with guess who?
Who's that?
Yashir.
Yashir. He's always here.
Yep. And it's a statement. It just says Rune's terminal stated their tester process. I'm one of the testers. Seems they were actually cooking. June going to be great month. I'm so glad you said this, Yashir, because me and Shizzy were talking about Rune's terminal earlier before the show. And it just seemed like they've been at a standstill, but looks like you're a tester. So yeah, maybe we could get some more information. That'd be awesome on what they are cooking, because we were definitely really, really bullish on them. So that's awesome. Let's see here. Not a ton of questions here, but we got Nocturnal, our guy, always hanging out with the OSD. Love the curse goosenal there. He says, good morning. Any insight on the BRC20 wizard being burned for magic internet money runes? Is that the case?
Yeah. That's you basically. Yeah, you. I think it's a burn and claim, right, or something like that.
Well, I thought someone said that wizard wasn't the Quantum Cat guys, and that it was like a BRC20 token. Maybe it's a different wizard. I'm not sure, but it says, any idea on the timeline for migration? Not checked in a while. I'm not sure, Nocturnal, honestly, in terms of that bridging process, but I do know that I believe they were a part of that like testing with the pups, Farmer Joe, and some other. There was maybe Zbit was a part of that too. I'm not sure, but it should be soon when that happens. That's also one that's going to be interesting to see how it affects the market cap, because again, Wizard on OKX is number one. And it's $113 million market cap, right? Yeah. With a 45% increase. So do you think like Wizard and Pups, like, do you think they're going to be suppressed because of this? Like on the Rune side?
Yeah, I do. I think I mean, it's just you're on two different sides. It's hard to give you a real market cap, right? Because if a lot of the tokens are, I guess you could if you do the fully diluted and not and non-fully diluted. So I don't know. It's tough. I'm just hoping that they figure out a chain. Just pick one, right? Either stay on runes or stay on the other one. So I'm hoping everything goes to runes. I mean, I like the BRC20 stuff, but I just feel like
No,
runes is where everyone should be right now. So, well, yeah.
All right. We got Cash Cats, Coach K, however you know him. He is saying if dog hits 1 Billy, it most likely will run up to 3 Billy. So I've heard from the Oracle. The Oracle has told Cash Cats that it's going to 3 billion if it hits 1 billion. Do you agree with that?
I think it goes to 10. I think it goes to 10 billion. I think it gets to the top 3 or 4. Leonidas is just pushing this, man. And I think once it gets on Binance, you have 100 million people that use Binance or have used Binance. And even if 1% of that just buys a little dog, man, you got to remember where Doge is at. I think Doge is what, like 100 million? Like, I think dog can get to 10. I mean, we're on Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
So,
this one's
we're
interesting.
on Bitcoin.
Oh, you know what?
So,
okay, no, because this next question here was from Claudio, and he asked, "What do you know about Rex blockchain runes 42?" And I looked it up because I hadn't heard about it, but you know what this is the RuneX people.
oh, okay.
So like Dante and them,
Yeah.
they pivoted away from the RuneX token, I believe. I could be wrong, but they pivoted, and it looks like they're doing something. It says the Runes L2 blockchain, a social blockchain ecosystem for runes, BTC and more. So it looks like they're pivoting away from kind of like their Runes token that they were going to launch, which that's interesting. Interesting,
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes really good projects pivot and they do very well. Sometimes they pivot for the wrong reasons, though, right? But it looks like they're trying to do some sort of bridging here with Bitcoin and Solana. And I believe Dante and his team is originally from Solana. So,
oh, are they? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so this is interesting. I'll definitely check it out. Look, we had those guys on a space before. Really cool dudes. I think that they were the first to kind of try to say this is a pre-rune. So you got to hand it to them. They've been doing these UTXO model, like they did it on Pipe, I believe. They created the Ordinals for it. But the pivot definitely threw me off. I'll say that. The pivot threw me off because I didn't see their token. They weren't marketing it. But then I see this, and it looks like they partnered with Ordbit too. So we've had Ordbit on the show, and we know those are legit guys as well. So I don't know. How do you feel about the pivot? What do you think about creating a chain with bridging Solana? It looks like that's kind of what they're doing. What do you think about all this?
Yeah, I hate Solana. Anything to do with Solana, I'm just awful. And Solana just gives me that just creep stuff. I don't like the big names that are over there and stuff. It's just such a like a shill chain. I don't know. I don't want nothing to do with Solana, and it makes me kind of off on this.
If you had to pick Solana or Doge, which one would you pick?
Oh, man, dude.
Gun to your
like
head. No, I'm
me
just kidding.
what car I want to die in, a Prius or or a Hyundai. I don't know. I couldn't even pick. I would ask for a third option. I'd beg for a third option because it doesn't even matter what that third option is. It's
You're like, worst. Kill me, just kill me.
Yeah, just end it for me now. Gun to the head, just pull the trigger. But I hate Solana with a passion.
Gotcha. I think it's interesting. I'm gonna try to keep up with these guys and maybe we talk about it tomorrow because it is part of Bitcoin what they're trying to do.
Yeah. All right. I just wish they would use, like, I don't know, Maryland.
Yeah, it's easier, right? Francisco Jose, the ticker is Elsa, is recovering strong. Yes, it is. I noticed that. I'm a holder of it, and so I was very excited about that because honestly, I was worried. Wasn't hearing much about them on my timeline. And, it looks like they are definitely recovering. They're 287% up on the day. 287%.
Really?
And then, and the next highest one behind them in my portfolio, at least, is Mr. Yen, Japanese businessman, which is 57%. So, Yeah, the ticker is Elsa is definitely popping off, and I'm glad because I love that one. There's like it's like a genuinely sweet aspect to that, and I just said sweet. Yeah, I know, but I don't care because there is, man. Like his dog it's Hal Finney's dog, man. You know. So.
And we love Hal Finney on this show, man. Hal Finney is one of the 3 people I think are Satoshi. So
yep. S saying, what's up? What is up, bro? He says Elon Trump crypto. Are we not bullish enough? I don't know. Are they not bullish enough?
Is there saying, Elon Trump crypto?
Well, I thought maybe he's just saying Elon came out, Trump is talking about it, and I actually saw Joe Biden announce that they're trying to get like Bitcoin friendly. He's going to the El Salvador president's inauguration or like
Biden is
inauguration. Yeah, his ceremony. Yeah, they announced that. It's crazy. Like all of a sudden they're gonna pivot. Like it to me, it's so crazy that they still think that people are this dumb. That like all of a sudden you can flip a switch. You were so against something, and all of a sudden you flipped it, and you think everybody's just gonna be like, oh,
I mean,
okay.
Operation Choke Point, you closed 2 crypto banks. Like, what? Like, go away. Like, you are not crypto friendly. And if you win, we're screwed. You're taking our
we know that you're gonna do the loop-de-loo on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's what they want in the end. They want you to force you to trade on Coinbase. They want to force you to trade. You cannot withdraw. You cannot send in. That's the goal of Democrats, and they're going to tell you whatever they want right now, and they're going to pivot as soon as they win. So I'm just hoping that everything goes good today. I haven't been able to look at the news or anything, so I don't know what happened with the Trump case, but I'm hoping everything good comes from that, and we just kind of get a real election without people being using the government as it's like a canceled here.
Agreed. We got 302 people in here, guys. Appreciate you guys sharing the space and subscribing to our YouTube channel. All right. Let's see. Francisco has a technical question here. And he says, I'm freezing up a little bit. Let me exit out of this. All right. He says there are like 0.002 BTC on my Xverse wallet that I cannot pay with or send out. I suppose it's because of a lot of small UTXOs. Any thoughts on how I can make them spendable or view the UTXOs?
So you're seeing them as runes. So that's the runes you're seeing. You must have whatever that is in runes. I'm pretty sure because I think that's what I was saying too. Like because it reads it doesn't read it as ordinals. It reads it as the runes. So you're seeing Bitcoin, but that Bitcoin is just backed by the runes, right? Because that's what happened with me with my Unisat wallet. I'm not sure if it's the same way with Xverse.
Yeah, because Xverse, you should be able to always spend your Bitcoin, right? Because it's 2 different wallets. One is to send Bitcoin and receive Bitcoin, or
he must have some. He must have sent some runes to that
Bitcoin or ARC20s. Any UTXO model tokens, you might have those in there. There is a way to combine UTXOs with Ordinals wallet. Believe me, Shizzy and I have done this multiple times because we have had to help. We had to help projects try to figure out after big launches how to do this. There's a way to consolidate your UTXO with Ordinals wallet, and maybe we'll do a video on that. But before you do that, make sure it's not a UTXO model token like a Runes ARC20 or a Pipe token.
Yeah,
just make sure that, because then if that's the case, then you might end up sending those out for fees if you try to consolidate.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Mighty Sonu says, Shizzy and Yagobi, sir, did you guys mint Frux? Do you know what Frux
I don't know what that is. No idea.
So I just had it, but I thought it was oh shoot, hold on. It's interesting. Give me 1 second. Here it is. I got it. I'm gonna pull it over and show it. So I guess it's an ordinal project, but it's like a frog.
Oh my! It looks like puppet frogs.
Kind of.
If the puppets and frogs had a baby, it would look like that.
Looks like you have to have a friends list or something.
Oh.
But you can search wallets here, maybe that are whitelisted. I'm not sure, but interesting. And their website is definitely making me freeze, though. I'm gonna have to shut it down. Let me get out of it. But yeah, so I I don't know much about it. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm not really looking for like ordinal launches right now. Not new stuff, at least. What I'm looking for is more of like this established projects that bleed out and get cheap. I will look for new ordinal projects once the ordinal space like starts pumping again in the very beginning of it, because there will be some new ones that like catch just because they're popular and new, and then you flip those quick. But I'm not really looking to mint stuff right now. That's just me. I don't know about your mentality.
Yeah, I'm not minting anything. I'm just in runes right now. I kind of want to sell some stuff and get more money for runes. I think runes is going to about to take off, and you know, obviously when tap comes out, ecosystem could take off as well. So I want to get liquid, and I want to be playing in the 2 ecosystem with the fungible tokens.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, things going to change once down the line. There's I play this game week to week, so I think
he literally does, guys. Literally does, because like sometimes like he will get into like an ordinal project that's kind of cheap, and then he'll flip it for not much profit or even break even.
Yeah,
because he sees a better opportunity. I'm not trying to tell your strategy.
Well, no, that is my strategy. I treat every single day. Yesterday doesn't matter. I don't care about losses. I don't care about wins. I don't look at any of that. I look at my value of my portfolio today and how can I get it to tomorrow. If that's, hey, I don't think this is going to give me more money tomorrow, I'm going to sell that because I get out of things very, very quickly because it's just how I play. Every single day, I'm just looking for the opportunity for tomorrow. That's it. Yesterday does not matter. If I'll take losses on things, I'll take gains on things. Doesn't matter. It's what is the fastest horse in the race for the next upcoming week. That's just how I play the game.
Yep. All right. TKO 401 says, if you had to pick one, which one is better here to buy here, Prometheans or Decentralized? Ooh.
I would say Decentralized, just because I think Decentralized gets the dog pump and Prometheans does not. But Prometheans will get the Decentralized pump. So I think either one, if you're planning to buy either one, I think either one you're probably going to get. But if you were forcing me to pick one, I would pick Decentralized.
Yeah, I mean it's still under 50 million. It's 49,950, but it's like right at 50. And it has a lot of upside if you compare it to runes. It's it gets to runes, compare it to pups. You're doing a 3x right off the bat, right? And I feel like it should be able to compete with pup soon. It has a pretty big increase for 24 hours, 25% increase, and still at $59 million market cap. So I'm also on that bandwagon there in terms of jumping on Decentralized over Prometheans because it has the opportunity to run up with the runes run up.
Yep, exactly.
Sogol says Dante sketch AF. Okay, well, I don't know him that well, but the stuff that we've had interactions with him, he seemed legit. But people, I didn't get to know him on a deep level, so maybe that's why. Nocturnal says Frux did pretty well this morning, 0.0009 mint to 0.005 floor. Yeah, hey, I'm not saying that you can't get those. There's going to be multiple of those where you can mint and do well, but
wow, Francis Dune to the moon.
Go.
I will purchase. Is Dune to the moon? Is that minting? Because I will mint that. I love it. Yeah, you better get bullish on ton, Eco Broski. God, sorry, man, just not in ton, man. Just can't. I don't know.
I mean,
maybe I should. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, so what was it? I think it's NOT, which stands for nothing. Maybe it's a token on ton, and Surf added it to the leverage, and that thing like moves. So I think there's probably some bullish stuff on there, but yeah, we primarily focus on Bitcoin ecosystem stuff. So maybe they can do something like build a bridge to be a servicer of assets, but I doubt that will happen. Yeah. But appreciate the tip, man. I saw your comment. You said you were going to jump into the show. I didn't realize like this, brother. I'm gonna have to buy you a drink next time I see you.
I'm gonna send him a link. I'll see if he pops on. Hey Francis, I sent you a link to your Twitter. Let's see if he pops on. Let's see what happens.
We got like 10 minutes left in the show.
I'm down. I'm down to go deeper. You got anything to do?
Yeah, I
do. Well, me and Francis will clean out the show. But shout out Francis, man.
Yep. Awesome. I can't wait to I think maybe Asia in September is when we'll all link up, hopefully. That'd be really cool.
Sure.
All right. Caleb O says, do you think this is the peak of the bull market given all the celebrities coming in, or do you think there will be another cooling off and final blow off top? How has things changed for you recently? If you watched the earlier part of the show, like we're not close to that. If you go look at Plan B's model for the market cycles, and we haven't even had the first red dot yet. We're no blow off top is probably not going to happen until I would say maybe like spring of 2025, maybe summer. If it is extended far enough, maybe fall. But that's probably as far as I think it could go.
I think we have 15 months. I think this is an election year. We're going to see craziness this year, and we're going to see absolutely insaneness next year, especially if things change the way we want them to. And they are changing. A lot of the Bitcoin's becoming, and a household name now. It's becoming something that I don't think anyone really thought it would be. It's going to be bigger than gold one day, and I think we're going to be there reaping the benefits. So I think we got 15 more months before a cool down, and I don't think that cool down is going to be that bad. I think we're going to be too much, and I think Bitcoin doesn't move as fast as it used to, but I think the dips aren't as bad as they used to be either.
Yeah, and another thing too, I think the recent surge in celebrities coming into the space has a little bit to do with the government kind of backing off and showing that they're not going to go after crypto as much. So these celebrities saw like an opportunity, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, man.
See, I like this one. Runes Pepe says Biden isn't going to the election. Is it going to the election?
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's for El Salvador. A delegation is going. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, I heard he was, so I got that wrong. TKO401 says, have you guys looked into Shitcoin Millionaire? Shield by
token.
God. Shield by the infamous Kook a few times and still is under 1 million. His picks are Arsic, Wenko, and this. Hey, Kook definitely has hit some, knocked some out of the park. He definitely knocked pups out of the park and butted that price down. Goodness gracious. But I don't know. Maybe throw some shekels at it.
Yeah, man.
Nocturnal. Shizzy, you mentioned that you're sniping. Are you using Gold Miner, Magistat, Rune Blaster, or something else? Dude, Nocturnal knows all the tools here.
He does, man. It's Rune Blaster. It's the guys from the Wizard Ordinal. His thing. His site is amazing. I forgot what it was. It was Magic something. You remember it was yesterday? We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah. Magic Sniper?
It was
Magic Sniper?
Magic Pool.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually show it real quickly.
Did you get some successful snipes?
I haven't really used it yet, but I kind of messed with it, and my first one was not successful at all. So this is where here Magic Pool, and you can kind of go into runes, which is different. And if you are looking to buy like Dog Go to the Moon, you can kind of snipe for 9.9 sats right now. So you can get it at these cheap prices if you wanted it. So you can snipe, and then it takes you to the wallet and stuff. So, but yeah, so I guess Rune Blaster. Yep, Nocturnal knows his stuff, man. He knows the name of stuff. I thought it was called Magic something, but yeah, Rune Blaster.
Well, if you were sniping, what would you be sniping?
Dog Go to the Moon.
Dog Go to the Moon. Okay.
Yeah, just because you get it at 9.9 and then immediately flip it for 10.5. I mean, that's 10% each time.
Yep. EP says, any alpha for us, Yagobi and Shizzy? You just got an hour and a half. No, I'm just kidding.
But we want more, sir.
Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna do a member stream. Probably Friday night, I think, or we're gonna figure it out. We'll put a post on our thing, but you have to be a YouTube member for that. I mean, we give alpha out during our live streams, but for some of the stuff that we're a little bit closer to in terms of advising or portfolio peaks and stuff like that, that's going to be during our member streams. And so you can sign up for that. It's $10 a month. And so we think it's worth it. We have some people in here that are subscribed to that and they enjoy it. So,
yep. Yeah, man.
Crypto hot news. Hey, legends. What Blockimoto cooking, guys? Dude, I think he's been cooking, man. but he's also been very open-minded and working with a lot of different. You know who I think's been cooking? Bitmap 420, Ben Schiller. He came out with a protocol proposal for BRC 420, generative BRC 420s, and so it's going to be kind of like DMT, kind of what we've been calling for a while. But the assets will be in BRC 420 format, and they'll be pointing at certain data points on your bitmap, and people can create them, and then they'll say, like, for example, this is an oil barrel, and this goes to how many bytes or whatever each bitmap has. And so then if yours has 5,000, then you get 5,000 of those barrels. And I love that because I feel like that can work so well, like in like asset like creation on bitmaps as well as gaming.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Other than that, he's been really trying to solidify, finish what he says is the bitmap standard. He's been working with, Casey and Raph to try to get these 2 endpoints finalized and added to the Ord client. And what he said that will do is solidify the decentralization of bitmap. And so he will, be able to kind of back off and just kind of, help advise and stuff like that. So EP says, great show as always. We appreciate that, sir. And 6 is 2. Awesome show, gang.
Thank you, sir.
EP says, so you don't think this is the beginning of the pump, Yagobi? Yeah, I think it's the very beginnings. Yeah, guys, look at the cycle tops. It's very simple. If you want to look at it from a simplified, logical, basis, you can say, what was the previous cycle's top? It was 69,420. Where are we now? 68,000. We're close to that. We passed it by 73,000, I think, or 74,000. But if you look at the previous cycle's top was 20,000. The previous, sorry, from 2016, 2017. Now that's where things really started to heat up in last cycle. So we're just now heating up, guys, in my opinion. I mean, it's pretty simple if you look at it.
If you're looking at my mouse right here, and then you think my arrow is the top, you're crazy. Like you're losing your goddamn mind. Like you're telling me we're just gonna go like this and then kind of go this way with all the data pointing that when we start getting red, we go up. When we start getting red, we go up. When we start getting red, we go up. And when we start getting red, which is in 2 days, we go up, guys. We're going to be at $700,000 in the next 15 months, according to Plan B, according to this chart.
And Shizzy, even
I'm confident in it. I'm confident in it. I just think that we're going to have a supply shock, supply shortage. A lot of older gentlemen are going to be gone, and their sons are going to give them their gold, and they're going to dump that gold for Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin.
What do you mean by gonna be gone? No, I'm just kidding.
They're gonna take that long nap that we call death. But I just think out with the old and with the new. I definitely don't like old people, and I kind of want them to kind of just go away.
I like my mom though. She's old, man.
Not your mom,
but I love my dad too. By the way, in case he's watching.
I'm just saying. It's out with the old, in with the new. We're gonna have the biggest transfer of wealth, and I think that's gonna happen because the gold bugs are now going to become Bitcoin bugs.
Yeah, I still think gold's gonna be a solid asset, but yeah, digital.
I think Bitcoin passes it. That's the only thing I think. I think Bitcoin eventually will be the largest asset in the world.
It'll be the gold later. Yeah, I agree. Lou Ferrigno says another 30% in runes, and I hit my first round of sales. I mean, I'm almost right there with you, dude. That's pretty much right on track for what I'm looking at. Maybe a little bit higher, but that's solid in my opinion.
Yeah. I didn't mean you, Coach Katz. You are a legend. If that's your real picture, I think you're gonna make it. You're gonna live to 150, 200 years old, guaranteed. You're a Bitcoiner. Yep.
EP says node monks or OMB. What's Shizzy and Yagobi's take, please?
I think we're both on the same boat here. I think we both think that node monkeys are probably with the number and the who's behind it. We think it's Raktoshi. So we just think that I'm not speaking for myself here. Node monkeys are the winner if I had to bet.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno thinks OMB all the way, but I agree with you. But it doesn't mean that OMB won't pump. I think it will. It has, ZK Zark, whatever his name is.
I'm not saying it won't do well. I just think that no monkeys will keep that pace because they're already outpacing it.
For the floor.
And market cap.
And that's the difference too. Like OMB has red, blue, orange eyes. And so, if you got in early, then those will be, high valued. And I think that those will probably only sell later anyways in the collector's market.
That's the same thing as the aliens though. And stuff like that. So
True.
they got the red, blue eyes, they got the aliens, and they got other stuff as well. So rainbows and stuff like that.
Man, that'd be so sick to have an alien.
Imagine having an alien and a red eyes.
Imagine getting an alien during the Dutch auction.
Oh, I know.
The Dutch, the Dutch. No, the Dutch.
We messed up by not getting in that. I should have threw a whole Bitcoin at that, dude. Ugh. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh,
you're not.
Let's go,
boys. This is a long time coming, though, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up, dude? How are you?
Oh, you didn't think I was gonna pop in like that, eh? I told you I was gonna crash the show one day.
How'd you get this link? How did you do that?
Bro, I'm just doing the research right now, bro, and everything, man. I gotta go for a coffee run, so just in the car right now. How's it going, boys?
Good,
dude.
Good.
I thought you were gonna come out here and I thought you were gonna rip Shizzy a new one.
What's that? Oh no. Yeah.
Give it to him, Francis. Give it to him.
Bro, I can't do that in other people's residence. You know what I mean? I'm in your house here, so I'll be on my best behavior. But you guys are doing solid work, bro. I gotta admit, man, you guys have that dedication to show up every freaking day. What do you guys do? Twice a day now? 2 shows a day?
No, it's one show. It's one show about every day, 2 hours.
Yeah.
We do recorded videos as well. We put out recorded videos, so we're out here, man. Just trying to help people and get some money, bro.
Trying to be like you, brother. Trying to be like you.
Come on. I see Shizzy made the big move. He left his job. He's doing it full time. That's the first step. I think if you want to do anything to the best of your ability, it needs all your attention. That's just how I operate.
Yeah.
So once I made that move, I was kind of nervous, and I didn't know, where the next dollar was gonna come from. But sure enough, if you try hard enough, it's bound to happen. So I'm sure that'll be the same for you guys, man. Keep up the good work. And just wanted to pop in, for the first time and see what's up. I've been dropping you guys
for a full episode, man.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. I don't mind. We could talk about anything. We can talk about something right now if you guys want. You guys know how
I'm curious what you did in your past life. What did you do before crypto?
Bro, my past life, I was a regular guy. I worked on the construction site. We worked general labor jobs. For the most part, I chose jobs where I could have actually think on my own and not deal with human beings, so I could figure out a way out of my current situation. I did a lot of research as a whole, just researching how religion was formed, how the system was built, the educational system, government, call me a conspiracy theory if you will. But, and it led me down this path to to Bitcoin and crypto. First heard about it in 2013, was pretty broke back then. I didn't really have much money to put into it. And then I started looking online, right? I was always into this global way of making money, having your clientele base as the world instead of just your neighborhood, right? And I'll preach this to people around me, and they never really got it. They thought I was living in a freaking fantasy land. And then sure enough, the whole not that I did drop shipping, but that went wild and people made money off of that. Amazon, FBA, and then people were like, oh shit, you could make money online. This is real. Long story short, I kind of circled back to crypto and started to invest. Binance, call it fluke, call it skill, call it luck. I think you got to be good to be lucky. But Binance, if you look at my first video, was my first investment. Don't get me wrong, I got into a bunch of shit. I got into BitConnect and all that crap too. I was like, 1% a day, bro. Come on, this is decentralized finance. That is possible. The banks are ripping us off. That's why you don't hear about that in the real world. But sure enough, that turned out to be a scam. But you learn from that, right? No matter if I think once you have conviction, and whether it worked out or not, you get so much information out of what you've been through. And that always makes you better, as long as you're learning from success or failure. And then, here we are, a few years later in crypto, and man, I love it, bro. I can't complain, man. I get it. A lot of people, it's not for everyone. That's a fact. I tell people this all the time, like my neighbors, everybody wants to learn. How do you make money in crypto? It's like, it don't work like that though. You need to spend time in the market and fuck up and make some mistakes, and make some successes and learn on your own. The best way to learn is from your own experiences. So it's like, if I was to ask a guy who does carpentry, he could like make anything out of wood. Oh, can you teach me that? I want to learn it overnight. They think it's easy money. It's not that easy. It takes some time and skill, right?
100%, 100%. And with BitConnect, Trayvon James, you didn't lose your money, but you lost your money.
that was messed up. That was messed up, bro. Back in them days. Sorry, can I get a large coffee, 2 cream?
Let's go. We order it live.
Thank you.
That's how you gotta do it. You gotta work on the run, right?
Gotta do it.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You guys know how it is. When they're trying to keep up with the market, when they're trying to do your research, time is of the essence. So you gotta try to multitask at the same time, right? But yeah, no. So yeah, that whole Trayvon James thing, I was pretty jokes back in the day. They like one thing about crypto, man. You always have like a funny ass story to tell. You know what I mean? But yeah. All good. So listen, I just want to say, man, like with Ton, bro, like I'll tell you why I like Ton on the potential. I'll make it quick. Obviously using Telegram, the application is huge, right? And I think Telegram has like 900 million active users per day, something like 1.5 billion in total, and about 300 million people are into crypto. Now, one of the biggest challenges we have here in this space is actually onboarding everyday users or adoption, right? Thank you. Or non-crypto cats. Thanks, boss. Yeah. Or non-crypto cats. And if you guys saw the success with Notcoin, that's like this game on Telegram, and it's on Ton's blockchain. That actually looked like a Web 2 game, and it onboarded a lot of people from, the normie world into, so people on Telegram, they're not only just crypto guys. We may think that, but that can be further from the truth. The majority actually aren't into crypto, So if we could onboard these guys through those means, and this was something that fascinated me with the Lightning Network, because they were using Web 2 games, but paying people out with like, L Bitcoin, like Lightning Bitcoin or whatever, right? So I think Telegram has a similar attribute like that, and on the second note is in Russia, there's so much sanctions right now. To get foreign currency in and out, it's a ball ache. You can't use Visa, you can't use your bank card. Russia, we know, is a massive country, right? It's a large population. Telegram is native to that. I just think these two things coincides with that uniqueness of Telegram already being in so many people's pocket. It has major potential. Now, is it guaranteed? Probably not. Nothing's guaranteed. But you have to go with the probability. And I'm all for Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong. You guys know this, man. I'm all about the Bitcoin ecosystem. Whatever besides it begins with an R and ends with an S. I'm joking. But you know me well, bro. You're like, yo, bro, you just like to troll. It's true, dude. Yes. Look at this shit. I'll show you shit before I fucking crash. Dude, I was drinking 2 fucking cups of coffee on Twitter, just fucking having a good time. People are like whining and bitching, throwing tomatoes and rotten cabbages at me, bro. I'm just chilling. I'm smiling. So for me, it's entertainment. I love to get a kick out of people. But, there's some truth to the things I say, but it's a lot more entertainment than anything. But anyhow, so I'm all about Bitcoin ecosystem, don't get me wrong. But I feel like, there's opportunities out there. I just made a poll on Twitter saying, hey, do you guys care what you make in X 100X, something like that? And I listed the chains. I don't know what the result says, but let's see what happens, right? Wherever the value is at, once it's legit and there's opportunities for the everyday person, how they could get it, right? I'm all for that.
Yeah. Hey, Francis, real quick, we got a question from one of our viewers.
Oh, I thought you were going to kick me out. Okay, Francis, thank you. Got to go, though. Bye.
It says, Francis, love your shirt. What is the brand?
Oh, bro, this is so gay. This is Lululemon. This is Lululemon. I got Lululemon. Lululemon.
Hey, Lululemon is fly, apparently. So, it's coming up.
Yeah, my wife got it for me some time ago. So it's Lululemon. Lululemon underwear, however, is very, very soft and comfortable. I recommend that. Fruity stuff, I don't know, but thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Can I ask you guys a question on a real note? Give me some runes picks.
I'm gonna give you the RSIC. Obviously, I think they're building a meta protocol on top. They recently went out and they bought runescoin.com, runescoin.io, other ones. They're building something that you have to connect your wallet to. That's why they're buying a whole bunch of these IP addresses and stuff like that. So I just think that RuneScoin are building something on top of it. Decentralized came out yesterday and they said that they put out a big news article basically saying how they're building something that we really want. We're not saying what it is yet. And obviously these picks are just, I'm just hoping for something to come from them. And I think
she's like, obviously these picks are just in my portfolio, so go buy them. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, bro.
I got like 50 runes in my portfolio, so it doesn't matter.
You shot your shot, right? You shot your shot. This is what you think the money's going to be, and you went after it, so you got to respect that.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'll give you one meme real quick that I think it could do something. Is Mr. Yin, Japanese businessman, which to me is like it goes against the whole cabal thing. It was free and fair, no pre-mine. There's like a $5 million market cap right now, and the person that does the memes is talented, and he's pushing them out every day and making people laugh. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Obviously, there's a lot of memes in runes right now.
Come on, Yagobi. You're just biased, bro. Aren't you Japanese? No, you're South Korean. Is it South Korea?
Yep. I'm Korean.
What's bias happening here? Come on, boys. I'm playing, man. I mean, I haven't really. You guys know, I haven't really been following the runes. Coins like that. A couple of ones stands out to me. The stable coin. I think that's doing okay. Don't know where it is right now. Why is runes up today? I woke up. I was like, fuck. I gotta go get a dog on my ass soon. You know what I mean? That was a bet that I made, right? And I will do it. One thing about me is people know this. With me, I'm a man of my word, whether you like me or not, bro. Or you don't agree with me, I should say, or disagree. I will fulfill my promises, and
Don't do it.
Yeah. One guy's like, hey man, you want to go live when you're doing it. Imagine that pain. I'm like crying. I'm like watching the camera, he's crying, bro.
Hey, it's a temporary tattoo is still a tattoo. So
there you go. I'll just get one of those bubblegum tattoos that you put water on the back and slap it on, Last like 2 days, it'll peel off like the next day. But yeah, man.
Quick, you were in Hong Kong a lot. This give us anything you can give us from Hong Kong that maybe something that like we weren't there, obviously something that we wouldn't know that actually is awesome. Anything.
I would say this. I could give you something about the actual culture and all that. I could give you some of the alpha. The people in Hong Kong, bro, what we hear about over here about China and these other parts of the world, how it's so much of a dictatorship, communism, it couldn't be just simply not the truth. Those people didn't even look at me on the streets, didn't even care that I was a foreigner. If I go to another, like a foreigner, my Trini accent came on there. But if I go to like another country, like in, I don't know, Jamaica or something, dude, all of these guys are rushing up to me trying to think I'm rich, trying to friggin' sell me something. That's what I loved about it. People, they're actually living a good life. The city is super duper developed, bro. The infrastructure is next level. It's like 30 years more advanced than Canada. I really mean that. Everything's organized. So that's on that front. On the crypto front, I'll say this. So first you need to understand why I went there. I went there because it was a targeted event. It was mainly like the Bitcoin layer 2s is why I go there. Now I had a special invitation for the last one, which wasn't necessarily Bitcoin layer 2s. It was Bitcoin Ordinals as a whole. So I took up the offer and I wanted to show some respect to the individual and I went down. So the alpha I would say right there is like, it depends on if you're like me. Like, what do you believe in? Some people believe in runes, some people believe in A, Y, Z, whatever. I actually believe in the Bitcoin layer 2 ecosystem. I think that offers so much more than what we can do on layer 1 with these protocols. As much as I love BRC20, as much as I love innovation like runes, or potentially something like runes, I feel as though it's still limited to what it could do. You need some real DeFi trading. So I went down there to see what's up. It's one thing to do research here and you know what I mean, from your computer, and hey, that does go, work out. But if you go down there in person, you talk to the people, you see the body language, you see if they're serious or not. So what I would say is this. I said it before, I'll say it again. It really comes down to what I heard from the last trip. People were really talking about botanics. I remember when I went to Denver, Charlie from BitLayer, that guy didn't even have a booth. Nobody even cared about the guy. He was in the stand saying, hey, Francis, remember me, blah, blah, blah. We're talking about some stuff. He was part of a project called Standard Protocol in the past. Now today, those seems to, and Botanics was very small too. Those two layer twos are getting a lot of love, a lot of attention, and apparently their developers are good. The tech is it's different to what's out there. You know, so I would say keep a close eye on Botanics, especially. You know, normally I don't really do this as much as for my success in the past. I don't really follow so much, like say what Binance Labs is doing and all these things, but you kind of have to pivot. You kind of have to change your strategy a bit. And I've been following them in terms of what their investments is. They also like these sort of like restaking protocols or liquid staking. So that might be something of interest. They, the other side to that is you could argue there's a lot of flaws in that mechanism, because when you're dependent on other ecosystems to give you yield, if some hack or something happens in one ecosystem, it kind of breaks a link to that chain that comes back down to, the person staking. So there is risks as well, but like anything else, man, it's crypto, everything's risky. You know what I mean? So 100%. That's what I'll say there for the most part. Sorry if I'm repeating the same things, but that's the ultimate takeaway I got from that trip.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else you want to know? I'm here, boys. I'm loving it.
Have you checked out Merlin since the wallet upgrade? It's a lot smoother and a lot faster.
Very nice. I have not. When did that take place? That update?
I think it was maybe Wednesday or Thursday. But
okay.
Yeah, and check out Surf Protocol. It's a leverage platform, perpetuals.
Yeah,
check them out because they're bringing a lot of volume there. I think. And I understand why there's some people that are think might be in the camp that like Merlin wasn't as great as expected and the seal and all that stuff. But we've had those conversations kind of off camera and stuff. But I will say this: the last week and a half, I've been really impressed, and I think they got a big head start. Like you told me, kind of side conversation before. You're like, hey, look, they fell on the sword. Yeah. They were the first one to do it. It was innovation, so they're going to take a beating too.
Yeah,
because of that.
Of course. So let's talk about that. So listen, I didn't mention Merlin, but I don't think I have to mention Merlin. I think Merlin is at the top right now in terms of respect, and people might say the opposite, but you need to understand how much balls that took for Jeff and that team to actually go live with something. You know what I mean? Like to have that conviction, to have that belief, and to just press that deploy button. A lot of these other technologies out there, it sounds nice and dandy, even the ones I just mentioned, but God knows what will happen once you press that deploy button. And for him to do that and lock up all of that, the main thing is this, dude, he locked up how much billions of dollars in liquidity and assets. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't know if even if I had the best devs and I was 100% certain I could return that, I don't even think I would even do that. But yet he did it, and everybody got back their shit. People complained about, first it was a scam, no names mentioned there. You guys know who I said that was. Who cares? Turns out it wasn't a scam. Then they say, well, you're not going to get your assets back. Oh, it's going to be stuck there forever. They got it back. Then they're complaining about like other things, like the what do you call it? The yield on the on the airdrop or whatever. It's for free. You got back everything at the end of the day, so you're still up. That's how I see it, at least. And I think as you spend more time in the game, years and years, your mentality shifts. So I think it's a lot of people who aren't really exposed to this type of circumstances. If they're not used to it, they'll soon understand it, I believe. So we'll give them a pass. I think everybody goes through their adolescence, even in crypto.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm curious your opinion on this next thing here. So TAP just put out their tokenomics. You're a guy who studies tokenomics. You're probably one of the top guys that actually understand it. I'm curious of your opinion on this token distribution. We got seed round 9.2%, foundation 22.5%, advisors 4%, team 13.24%. OrdFi staking 15%, exchange and liquidity 10%, airdrop to tap to track holders only 6%, and then we have 7.5% for public and 12% for private. What is your opinion on that?
Real quick though, did you hear how Shizzy read it to you? He was like, "Team airdrops." He didn't like. But go ahead, Francis. Listen to yours.
Exactly. So mainly when I look at token economics, right, from a pre-sale investor standpoint, I look at the vesting as well. So I don't think the vesting is here. That's very important. But if you're talking about allocation of percentages, so seed 9, foundation 22%. Okay. Advisors, what's that? Advisors is how much?
4%.
4%. Okay, private 12, so that's fair. 9 from seed, 12 private. Public, that's normally how it is. The public normally gets the smallest amount. I don't know. Yeah, they're going on CoinList too, so that's probably for CoinList, right?
Yeah.
And that's congratulations to them going on CoinList. The airdrop, let's come back to that. I see that has a big red arrow on a red box. We'll come back to that. 10%, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Staking, I mean, I don't really have much opinion on that. Team 13, okay. So normally, like in a pre-sale structure, the team gets anywhere from like say 10 to 25, but 20 on average. So I think that's fair. And you guys know me. I'm not biased about anything. As a matter of fact, I think I criticized Tap in the past. They're starting to get my respect now. I see they're doing good things. And SB Fund, he's a good guy too. But the airdrop, I could see Shizzy, like people will be like, hey, Francis is going to rip them apart. He doesn't like them. I'm not like that. I'll just be honest on how I feel. I'll be honest, Shizzy, the 6%, like I know Merlin did 20. Dude, everybody else did like 5% though, you know, at least in the Bitcoin Layer 2 side. You know, no, but you know, I'm just saying, could have been better, of course. Is it like horrible in my opinion? I mean, if I compare it to everything else, I just don't know. I mean, like if you're going to go off of that logic of what everybody else is doing for airdrops, and if it's 5, then it's hard to say, you know, it's horrible. But of course they could have improved it. I just think Merlin was just different and unique. Even B Squared Network did only 5, you know, so I'll just leave it like that, to be honest. I would have loved to see the vesting there to really give you a better accurate opinion, but the token economics doesn't look that horrible, to be honest.
Okay.
You know, from the distribution. Again, I don't know. Maybe there's other projects out there that does more airdrops, but I would say this though. I think, and is that airdrop for who? Track holders?
Track holders, yes.
I would say, yeah, in that case, then they probably should have showed more love to track people because they've been waiting for a while. And I think track holders are the reason why you even talk about Tap today, and the reason for the success of you know, the whole team over there. So they probably should have rewarded them better. That's what I would say there. But if you're looking at it from a straight number standpoint and comparing it, it's not all that horrible. But with the inside information of the track holders and the history and the loyalty, I would agree they should give more to them. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Awesome.
I'm not trying to be on both sides of the.
You
I'm not trying to be on both sides of the fence, but you know, that's why I break it down.
Yeah, no, I you know, I respect your you know, your opinion on that, definitely. You're a lot more experienced than I am with definitely with tokenomics. So I got one more chart to show you, and then
Sure.
we'll leave you to your day here. But stock to flow.
All good.
We got Plan B, stock to flow. According to this chart, Plan B sees us at $700,000 market cap for $700,000 price per Bitcoin. But look, hold on. We got our first red dot. We go up. We got our first red dot. We go up. We got our first red dot, and we go up. Why is it different this time to not have our first red dot and then go up?
So wait, is this Bitcoin going to 700K? Is that what you're pointing out here? Yep. Who the fuck made this chart needs to get fired, bro? Get a new job.
Who the fuck made this? Plan B, stock to flow.
Okay. I'm just playing.
Yeah, these are the previous cycles.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, hey, look, anything is possible, right? I mean, like, yeah, I could see it. I'm on my phone, but yeah, I would say this. I have to go with what I've experienced. Like going back to what I said, I think the best way to learn is from your own experiences and to really, like, you know, reflect onto that. So if we look at it from Bitcoin, it went from like what? It was like 18K, 19K, went all the way up to 70K. How much X is that? Like a 4X, 3.5X? Yeah. So if the next all-time high, right? And prior to that, I think it was something like 3K, and then it went up. Well, there you go, more Xers. 3K, and it went up to like, say, 20K. Yeah. Right? What is that? How much X is that? That's 4 3s are 12, 5, 6 3s are 18, 6X. Right? So 6X. Is it going down by 2X? You know what I mean? 6 and then 4. I don't know, right? That's one way to look at it. One thing is for sure, it's going to make a crazy new all-time high in the hundreds of thousands. I'm personally guessing like 180K, and that's just me being very conservative, Yeah. I think that's more realistic, and I think that's more likely to happen. But fuck, man, 700K, you know, who knows, right?
Never had any.
You know, to build you. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, to build you a stronger case, we have so much things happening, like the ETFs, you know, the Ethereum. I think Donald Trump now, like, he's all for crypto. If he gets elected, he's going to do all these nice laws for us. Bitcoin has new token standards, right? So there's more interest there. China loves that. So maybe, you know. I think 700K is lofty, but with all of those extra variables, it's definitely possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. So to finish it off, I would say this year is truly unlike anything we saw in terms of how you can make a case on why Bitcoin will make a crazy new all-time high. Yeah.
So you're just not bullish enough. That's the problem. You just gotta get on this.
You got one last question before we go. I think Yagobi says you guys got to go like in a couple minutes. There's a project that I met the guys, Kimmy Boy, and his colleague. I forget his name. So sorry if he's watching. Yeah, is it Foxy? That's the project. Yeah. What's your take on that? I would say this before you go on. I don't want to influence your answer, but I think the wheels are turning right now on Tap. Like in a good way. Like they're rolling. The wheels are rolling. They're going on CoinList. If that performs well, bro, that ecosystem actually has a good chance to make some money and to thrive. So I think if Foxy launches around that time, you know, timing is very important in this game. I think it could perform well. But I mean, other than that, I would love to hear from you guys.
Yeah. Well, so I played the beta version. Actually, we did a quick little example online or on our live stream, and I think that they're pretty close to creating something that could be used within like the communities of ordinals and stuff to kind of like battle each other. And they were smart to brand, you know, some recognizable things in their world. I think that you know, Foxy is pretty solid. Is it going to be a AAA game? I don't think so. But is it going to be something that can be fun and that's a good first round? I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Agreed. And I guess like another thing you could argue for them is, you know, if they were to go live pretty soon with this Tap protocol or the token at least, would they be one of the first movers to launch such a project?
Yeah, they would.
On Tap? So that's really good for them too.
100%.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. If Yagobi says so, then I'm buying.
Oh, you heard it here. Alpha Alfonso in the flesh right now.
Hey guys, I might actually do this more often if you don't mind. I might just jump in every now and then if you don't mind. You guys are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, bro. Just hop in whenever you want. If you can't cut some days, you can others. It'll be there for you.
Sounds good, boys. It was a pleasure, man. Keep up the good work as always.
Appreciate it, brother.
See you, Francis.
All right, peace. You guys get me. Most people don't. When I'm on Twitter, you guys understand who I am. Love you all.
Peace.
You're a good guy. He's a good guy. People think some stuff of Francis, but at the end of the day, he's a really good person, and that's one thing people have to understand about him is he likes to play around. He's fun. He's exciting. He kind of gets people going. You know, that's kind of what I like to do too. I like to get people's feathers in a bunch, and they kind of show a little personality. It kind of makes it fun. And Francis is just a good person, and people have to take from like his trolling and his him having fun. Yeah. To the person that he is. Focus on what he puts out there when he's serious, because that's definitely. Oh, I mean, like obviously have fun whenever it's a joke back and forth, but when he's serious, that's the good, like alpha hidden stuff that he's putting out there. So, 100%. That was definitely fun, man. We definitely have to do that more often. Yeah. That was cool. And we do have a meeting in 3 minutes. So, guys, we're going to get out of here. We went 2 hours today. We hope you guys appreciate it. We had fun. And we're not going to get to these comments. We apologize for that. But we'll maybe save some for tomorrow. We'll get to some of your comments stuff. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. And we'll hit the music. Peace.
We OG. Or no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro? Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With got no calls. I get so far, got 100 phone calls. Bet I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty, where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.